At a very basic level, your best life is less stress, more enjoyment. And you're looking for this surplus of peace, joy, abundance. But like everything in life, you got to calculate the risks and the pros and the cons. And one thing about living in the car, the con is you're always on the road. Road rage, of course, finding parking. But mainly, I'm thinking about driving. Driving is probably the most dangerous thing you'll ever do in your lifetime. Statistically speaking, driving is probably the most dangerous thing the average human does in their life. So until we get self-driving cars, that's something you have to calculate. Um, and you got to be mindful of the stress. Remember, living on wheels, I think, is a huge blessing. But the purpose is to get where you want to go. So you're going to have to put a little stress on yourself to get where you want to go. Or if you're in a position where you can't get where you want to go, the reason you stay on wheels, okay, is to have the ability when it's time to go, you're ready. Like I say, I don't co-sign the destitute life living in your car above uh, a subsidized housing or sharing an apartment, because there's, you know, to me, the purpose of living on wheels, okay, is to get ahead, to get somewhere, and to try to figure out your next step. Okay. Now, you can live on wheels forever. There's nothing wrong with that, and everyone should do what they want. I mean, I calculate that now at my point in the journey. Do I want to live on wheels forever? And there's a part of me that says yes. There's a part of me that says, we're going to do the RV lot, and I'm going to stay on wheels. We're just going to have a home base. Either way, I'm doing campgrounds more. Why? I'm taking away some stress of always being on the road. So there's a time for everything. Okay? But remember that stress has to be a factor. Okay? Just like you make a factor of how much your mortgage is, how much your rent is. Stress has got to be a factor. Good to see you, Christina. Good to see you, Charles. Christina was living or camping in her car, and she got in a car accident. I know another person that was watching my channel. They did a cross-country trip. They got in a car accident. A car accident, most dangerous thing you can do. Now, does that mean you should stay in your house and die slowly? No. So I don't believe that you should just rot on your sofa. Okay. I believe that, you're seeking for what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to get to Florida, get there as soon as you can responsibly. If you're trying to get ahead, then accept 90% of deliveries and get a main job and a side job. If you are trying to wait for a subsidized apartment, get on the list and follow up with your social worker. What are you trying to accomplish? What am I trying to accomplish? Well, I think about that. You should think about that. Like I say, that's why I've added some camping. I've added some cost financially, but I've mitigated some stress of driving around at night. And if I stay on the road, I will have campgrounds reserved a year in advance starting next winter. And if I buy a home base, then I alleviate that. Why? Because I'm in the 5th year of living in my car. And I've done the research, I've done the work, I've done the sacrificing. And what I found is one of the big negatives of living in your car is being on the road more. While it's fun, it can be stressful. And obviously parking. Okay. So that doesn't mean I want grandma homemaker to tell me that's why you deserve a house. That's why you need a house. No, take it easy. That's why you're delusional, because you don't get enough fresh air. It's a balance based on where you're at. Charles, good to see you. You're killing it on your live chats. You got a lot of talent. You'll figure it out. Just keep showing up. You'll work through, but you got a lot to offer. Skill set. You got good personality. You got good insight on life. So you'll figure it out, brother. You're doing great. My man Twister, thinking about you all day, brother. I appreciate you coming back in tonight. That's the sign of a champion. He goes, what's up, Sam? I learned that there's a CBRE branch in my city. Good. I'm glad that you did the research. See, I know you're a champion. I visited their office today. Check it out, but didn't go inside. That's all right. Scout the land. See, that's why you're above average, because you can take direction without crumbling like a wet paper towel, and then you can focus your energy and you can do And you got to do it in layers. It's like when Charles or Cartoon Mark, when they paint, they do it in layers. You don't just do one stroke and your painting is done. No. You do several. You don't just get a house and do one coat of paint. You do several. That's why I don't know if I want sheetrock. So when you're searching for a job, when you're searching for a home base, when you're searching for an RV, when you're searching for anything in life, you got to go in layers. It doesn't happen on the first route. So good job. He goes, I visited CBRE office. I got a haircut and brushed up on my resume. Excellent job. Wrote a cover letter. I'm going to them tomorrow. Twisted, you came back strong. Okay. You had a tough night last night, and I felt for you all day. I was praying for you. I was praying for Pluto. I know you guys are a little tough period right now in your life. And you came back, and you showed me what you're made of, which is a champion. You're a champion, Twister. Good job, brother. Cartoon Mark, freezing his ass off in upstate New York. All the vitamin D is gone. All the inspiration is gone. He went from living a vida loca to living the nirvana life without the nirvana. You know what I mean? Yeah, like where you just start singing like rock songs that are like, yeah. So what I want to tell you is this, brother. I love you, but I think your wife is watching me now, and she's upset that I'm firing you up. She heard you hand clapping the other night. She said, what's going on down there? Get back up here and watch Jeopardy. Sit down in the seat that you'll be sitting for 20 years until you get your pension. I want to tell you, Cartoon Mark, you're a great guy. Take care of your responsibility. You're a stand-up guy. I want to tell Mrs. Cartoon Mark, who's spying on me, if Cartoon Mark wants to get excited about life, the least he can do is make some noise in his art studio. Because you're the reason that he's suffering in upstate New York. Well, not really, because he wants the pension too, so let's be honest. But I want to tell you this. If you guys and girls who don't have kids are going to have kids, you better get ready for fevers when your child's sick. You better get ready for not doing what you want when you want. What do you want to do right now? You want to go to Publix and get soup? No, you ain't doing that. What do you want to do right now? You want to stand in the mirror and pick out your hair? What do you want to do right now? You want to stand in the mirror and just daze? What do you want to do right now? You want to sit on the couch? You ain't doing that. What do you want to do right now? You want to do this? You ain't doing none of that. Why? Got kids now. Look at my man Jack Burris. He loves me. I think he loves Biden. He's got a beautiful wife. He's got a young kid. Wait till this kid gets old, start talking back to him. He's got a dream to retire, live in a Class C, and buy a home base cash. Will he do it? I think he'll do it. Smart guy, diligent guy. But is he going to be, very old and doing it? Yeah. And is his kid may have an issue? Who knows if Jack Burris's kid's going to be a drug addict? God forbid. I know great people raise their kids in my own family. How do you know your kid's not going to be a drug addict? How do you know your kid not going to be caught in a crazy affair? Yeah. You say, Sam, stay positive. All right, I'll stay positive. You're right. Let's stay positive. What are we talking about? Yeah, driving stressful. Let's stay positive. Kid, I'll tell you right now. If you think driving is stressful, wait till you have a kid, all right? I thank my mom. I thank my father. I thank all the good friends I had, and every time they let us come over their house. I thank all the parents out there. I thank all of them. Okay? And this is just my personal opinion. Okay, but that's, again, guys, that's how I show up, and you guys are listening, and we're going from there. Cartoon Mark, let's all pray for Sam for less stress. Well, brother, you know me. If the home base stressed me out, I cancel contract. But we're going to find out by the end of the month. Very soon we're going to have an announcement. Love to you, brother. Thank you, Cartoon Mark. Jesse O, my first ever member, Cartoon Mark. Look how much noise I'm making. Like this. Now, if I had that home base, these neighbors are close. I don't know if I could be doing like this. Why? Because some guy's wife is in the RV lot next to me. And she goes, why is that guy clapping? Yeah. And then you know what they do next? They come to your RV lot. They say, oh, hey, I want to introduce myself. We made you a pumpkin pie. You know how much soup I threw out? I had old women bringing me soup in my condo. What are we talking about now? Oh, Wandering off, Aileen, I felt bad. I was thinking about you too today. I was all fired up yesterday about your kids. We're going to talk about that. I love you, Eileen. I'm praying for your kids too. All right, let me get back to these comments. Sam, shut up. Jesse says, Sam, I'm sending this message from a plane packed like sardines on my way to London. Jesse, I wouldn't wish this mode of traveling on anyone. Jesse, you got to fill me in because I'm very lost now. Last year, you were in South Florida. You were going to buy a house. Then you went to Boston. You were going to buy a house. Maybe they canceled the contract like I may do. Now you're going to London? Tell me what's going on here. I love you, Jesse. I know it's stressful to travel. I don't want to travel. I'm at where I want to be and only want to travel if there's a hurricane or to visit my mom once a year. Doug, win the day. Hey, Sam, when you get a win, get off the crap table and get out of Atlantic City. When you have a good day, walk off the stage and take the win. When the panties come off, shut your mouth before they come back up. Why? Because you can talk yourself right into a L. Never forget it. Wandering off. Let's listen to you. I was thinking and praying for you all night. I apologize if I was too rough last night. I respect you. Respect your children. Love you. Wandering off, Aline. Sam. Oh, God. You said I will go back to Minnesota. I pray you don't, because I saw Minnesota today look very bad. Because my kids miss their friends. I won't. Yes. No way. Good. Minnesota is where I feel sad and depressed. Yeah. And I believe your kids, they don't know well enough yet. So believe me, if any child wants to go back to Minnesota, they're not mature enough to understand life. So Aline, you did the right thing. You moved your family to Venice, Florida. Thumbs up. Okay. You did the right thing, Aline. God is smiling on you. Everyone's smiling on you. Biden, Trump, they're giving you the medal of peace. The Nobel Peace Prize. Why? Because you did the right thing coming to Florida. You did the right thing coming to Florida. You did the right thing coming to Florida. And if you forget that, look at the 10-day forecast in Minnesota. Look at the quality of life. If you're depressed, you think your kids are going to be happy? No way. You did the right thing. Love to you. Doug, fell asleep last night to the rain. Oh, that was that ASMR stuff. On the roof. No naps. Good. We'll sleep like a baby tonight, too. Doug, you got a positive attitude that'll take you very far in life, brother. Love you. Love that you're rebuilding your life. Twister, thank you, Sam. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back, Twister and Aline. And Twister, now specifically to you, thank you for coming back with a positive attitude, with a progress report, not a pity party. Twister came back with a progress report, not a pity party. That's champion talk. Twister, thank you, Sam. You have been a huge guiding light. You're guiding your own ship, and I appreciate the encouragement. I thank you for yesterday's fire and all the days before that. I thank you for what you add because I see value in you as well. Thank you. Cartoon Mark, I love you. You're a stand-up guy, great worker, great father, great artist. You are the total package. You are Mr. High Impact of upstate New York. I want to tell you, Cartoon Mark, you have so much artistic gifts. You have so much wisdom from your father and from your own experience that you're ready to set the world ablaze. Okay. You're ready to go live and have 100 people watching you. Will it happen? Yeah. Why? Because you interact with the crowd. Great. You're very good with people. Very good. So sometimes I'm a little bit too rough. I'm hot sauce. And what people like is your temperament. You got a great temperament, man. Now, I know you may go ape shit when you get really upset. I know. But I want to tell you, on these live feeds, you got great temperament, great interaction. People love you. Watch out, because your wife going to say, oh, well, these people love you more than me. Yeah, be careful. Jesse, duty call, Sam. Okay, you got to go for business. I respect that. This travels for, okay, no, respect. Your grandpa's funeral. I respect. My final destination is Norway, then maybe Africa. Huh, 2021 truly sucks for me. I'll tell you, Jesse, you are a world traveler, because I feel like there's a variant somewhere out there. Be careful. I mean, God forbid. Jesse, I'm glad you're living your life, though. I think of my man Hal, too, today. So, Jesse, one is, again, I love you, respect you. I appreciate you. Long-time viewer, my first ever member. Safe travels, number one. Rest in peace, your grandpa number 2. And yeah, enjoy your life. Look, am I a world traveler? No. Why? I found the best part of the world, Southeast Florida. Someone commented on my channel today, said, oh, yo, everyone's not warm-blooded like you. Well, one is ESP already corrected us. When you like the hot weather, you're cold-blooded, not warm-blooded, I believe. So, guys, look, if I make a video and the title says Florida, it's going to be that I'm passionate about Florida. If you love that you left Florida and now you live in a cold state and now you love cold weather, you love to walk and you love your arteries get harder and you can walk outside and you can see your breath, you should make a video about how inspired you are. You should watch videos about what's it like to live in Pittsburgh. You should make videos about I'm so inspired living in Pennsylvania. Shout out to Alice. I love her. You should make videos like, oh, yeah, I'm in love with Four Seasons. You should make videos about this. I should see bikinis every day. I should like it wet, not dry. Shout out to Pago. She's in the high desert. I'm in the moist tropics. Everyone should go where they're inspired. Do you like Tornado Alley? Do you like the Pacific Northwest? Do you like gray, cloudy skies? Do you like Vikings? Do you like Texas? Dry. Yeah, we know they got the SpaceX now. They got a gigafactory. Guys, look, that don't do it for me, guys. Okay, I hate to tell you. So respect to Texas. I know a lot of good people live there. Very smart. A lot of business. But, guys, I don't know if there's a lot of bikinis in Texas, guys. I hate to tell you. Southeast Florida is bikini capital of the world. I'm going to do a live feed tomorrow. I got to write this down. I am broadcasting live from the bikini capital of the world. You say, inspirational nomad, you're single with no kids. Why do you talk about bikinis? You don't want kids or a wife. Guys, I am in a Caribbean candy store. You're in the high desert looking at Bob Wells give a sermon about mailing addresses. Guys, that don't do it for me, guys. I tell you that. Okay? I'll figure out how to get my own mail. Okay, I mean, come on, guys. I mean, yeah, let's stay positive tonight. Let's stay positive. Let's go back to the live comments. Oh, yeah, right there. Doug, just got off work. Money bag. Money bag is independence, brother. He goes, just got off work. On my way to the gym. Self-care. It's confidence. It's feeling good about yourself. It's not depression. It's inspiration. Self-care for the win when you're on the road, when you're local, whatever you do. Good job. Wandering off, a.k.a. Lean. That's my girl, my woman. Sam, if you had kids, what would one thing you do to prevent them from becoming drug addicts? It's my big fear about having kids. There's nothing I could do to prevent it. Nothing anyone can do. There's great parents that have people addicted to drugs, and there's great people that are addicted to drugs. All you can do, Aline, is be yourself and try to be as loving, number one, and as honest, wise, and obviously a level of structure, discipline, but mainly just be yourself. You're going to have maybe one good kid, one bad, one Cain, one Abel. No kid is better than the other. I'm not better than any of my siblings. No one's better than anyone. All you can do is be your best self. I want everyone to hear that. I learned a long time ago that how do you help someone else? One is you got to take the pressure, even if you're a parent. Obviously, look, there's some basic things a parent has to do, obviously. But the number one thing is just be your best self and love. Be your best self and love. And some kids may go the right way. Hopefully all your kids go the right way. One may go the wrong way. There's no exact science to life. So I want every parent to relieve them of the burden of guilt. Now, look, you know me. If you're on the borderline of having a kid, I want to tell you right now, guys, be careful. Do what you want. If you already got the kids, we're not going backwards. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're not going to have bad talk to each other. We're going to basically say we're here. Like, I'm not going to, and also for my young children out there, don't blame your parents anymore that you're here. You're here. Nothing we can do. We make the most of it now. Okay. But like I always tell you guys, as someone who maybe wasn't going to be here, I want to tell you to all the kids that aren't here yet, Hey, how do you know your kids want to come to this world? Huh. You want your kids in this world, but how do you know your kids want to come to this world? You don't. So just remember that. Okay. So let's just stay positive. I'm being very conscious. I'm positive. So Aline, wandering off. One is I want to thank you for coming back in here just like Twister, because I thought about you today. I think about you guys when we have a wild night. And all I know is you got what it takes. Why? Because you got love in your heart. And I do believe you made the 100% right decision moving from Minnesota to Florida. 100% right decision. And everything is going to be fine no matter what happens. So relieve yourself of the responsibility of trying to fix everything in the world. Just do the best you can. Good job. Paige Nolan's in the building. Love from Southern Cal. Brother, shout out to you. Shout out to Big Plan Dan. Shout out to ESP is coming to Southern Cal. ESP, I love you. I see you in here. I want to tell you, ESP, you are doing great. You're going to do even better in the years to come because you're smart, you're savvy, and I'm going to look at your video 2 years from now, and you're not going to be fumbling around with, what are those things you like? What are those things you like? You like those, those insulated cups, where you hold all your stuff. You're going to be in Southern Cal, and you're going to throw away all your insulated cups. You're going to buy another one. But you're going to say, Sam, I'm in my $80,000 Class B. I'm doing remote work. I'm making $100,000 a year. I'm staying at campgrounds. I'm driving less. I have some more expenses, but I'm still living below my mean. I have less stress. There's a couple underemployed surfers that tried to get with me, but I basically told them that if I said no to Element Van Life because he was underemployed, I'm basically going to say no to you. And what I can tell you is this, ESP, when you are the cream of the crop, the cat's meow, you have options. And I want to tell you, ESP, the days of you sitting in the parking lots of Dairy Queen they're going to be behind you. You say, I'm at Dairy Queen right now. I'm talking to your future self, not to you right now. I want you to enjoy your Dairy Queen or whatever you're doing right now. You still have some good looking thighs. Don't worry, you're in shape. But I want everyone who sweats to put a moisture emoji in the live feed because sweating is so good for you. When you're dry, your skin is cracked. Okay. There's cold air. And it's just not your best life, in my opinion. Back to these live comments. Christina, classes on mailing address. Christina, you know what it is. I love you. Christina, you got a good sense of humor, and you know exactly what I mean. You know, like I know, that if you have a mindset. Now, I want to be fair. I Googled how to get mail as a nomad. Then I want to be fair. Just like I Googled jobs. Once I found them, I said, okay, this is how you do it. I'm not saying that you can't ask questions. But I'm saying at this point in society, with all the information on YouTube and online, if you still have to ask that question, it shows that you're going to the RTR for a social event, which is fine. But we don't, come on, basic stuff, guys. You say, I went to the DMV, I went to the tax collector office, and they said I have to have an address. I can't just have a mailing address. Did you go to Escapees? Did you go and see how you can get a domicile address? Or did you just fold up like a wet paper towel as soon as it didn't work out when someone... Look, guys, it doesn't just work out the first time. You got to put a little effort into what you want to do. It's like when you take a dookie. And a lot of you know because you're eating crap and you're constipated. If you ever date a girl and she's got on a t-shirt that says, I pooped today, ooh, be careful. Dookie emoji. Because that means she's not eating the proper balanced diet. She makes a big deal when she goes to the bathroom. Or there's some drugs involved. Because you should be at a very consistent level your poop, your dookie. And guys, to take a dookie, you got to put a little effort, but you shouldn't have to strain yourself. To get a job, you got to put a little bit of effort, but you don't have to kill yourself, but you got to put a little effort. You know, to make a delivery, the money's not going to be just deposited in your account. You got to put a little effort. That's why you save only the rejections for double orders. Every other thing, 90% acceptance. If you go to CB Richard Ellis, if you go to Cushman Wakeman, if you go to John LaSalle, Kelly Services, not everyone is going to say, oh, welcome in. You're going to get a little bit of a rejection. You got to put a little effort. If you make a couple videos and they don't do it, you got to put a little effort. Effort is the difference between you and a lazy sloth. And you'd be surprised, like Jesus said. Jesus said if you had a little bit of faith, you could move mountains. Inspirational Nomad says, if you put a little bit of effort, you could make more money. You could live where you want. You can get out of an unhealthy relationship. But if you're a lazy sloth, you're going to sleep in a heated blanket in a valley underneath a mountain. God blesses the diligent and rebukes the lazy. Just a little bit will change a lot of your life. Don't be overwhelmed. That's why you do a little bit each day. Even on the weekend. You self-care and you do maybe even a little work. Why? Get ahead. Let's go back to these live comments, guys. Drop a gem on them. Gem emoji in the live feed. Flood the live feed. All my members right now, gem emoji in the live feed. Guys, 60 people watching, showing up every day. 5 years straight. We almost at 30,000 subs. Revenue's up. We finish in Q4 strong. And it's not just about me, guys. It's about you and these lessons that we're building on. Because there's a day coming, guys, where YouTube may not be popping. But there's a mindset and there's habits we're talking about that are always popping. And there's some people don't get that. There's some people that do get that. And it's not my job to make you get that. I release that burden. Just like if you're a parent, it's not your job to do everything for your child. You got to release that burden. And if you don't have a child yet, you got to think about that. Okay. I want to tell you tonight. Denise, I see you in here. Thank you, everyone. Flooding the live chat. We're on fire night. Tony's in here. It's Canada Strong. I got sweat dripping down my face. I got hot sauce in my passenger front compartment of my car. I got over 200,000 miles on my car. I didn't buy an RV. Didn't buy a van. I don't have a hybrid car. I got a hybrid mind. That's what you should focus on, a hybrid mind, an efficient mind. Every time you take a nap, you got a diesel mind. You got a lot of exhaust. Every time you wake up early, you do a little bit at a time, you take a break, not a nap, you are a hybrid. You want to be efficient and effective in what you're trying to accomplish. That's a hybrid. A diesel is someone who makes a lot of noise, a lot of exhaust, a lot of wasted money, a lot of wasted gas, and a very complicated maintenance schedule. And I said to myself, unless you're pulling a $10,000 10,000-pound travel trailer, you don't need a diesel. Unless you have a $10 million company, you don't need diesel horsepower. A lot of you are inefficient. You're wasting a lot of energy doing a lot of nothing. You're a diesel. I'm a hybrid. I'm turning into an electric robot soon. So I want to tell you this, guys. If you want to turn into an electric robot, get 3 boosters, direct message Dr. Fauci, and tell him that you want to know the algorithm of success. You want your MMR changed from diesel to hybrid. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, then I release that burden. Because all I can do is plant the seed, guys. That's right. I release that burden. Thank you, Lord. Let me take a hydration break, and we're going all live comments. You know what it is. We're on fire. Peyton Nolan, don't dwell on your stress too much. Good job, Peyton Nolan. You can only control yourself. Peyton Nolan testifying tonight. Peyton Nolan's got a disgruntled father or father-in-law. He's trying to stay positive. Instead of putting energy into his father and father-in-law, he's putting energy into himself, self-care, and he's working on himself, keeping busy the rest of his life. Peyton Nolan, you're on fire. ESP are rich elitists, soon to be in Southern Cal. By the way, watch the replay yesterday. I don't listen to ASMR. Now, I want to be fair. I listen to smooth jazz sometimes, which could be considered that, but I made some powerful points about ASMR. I love you, ESP. But I did label a video or two, I saw that, as ASMR. That's all right. You know I love you. I respect you even if you do. Because several viewers have emailed saying my videos were ASMR for them. Oh, you got a bunch of lazy people once you put them to sleep. ESP, I know you're still an up-and-coming channel, and you got to pander a little bit to people. But that's not a bad thing. That shows that you care about people, and that's why I love you. You have compassion. But I want to tell you this. Don't let anyone hold your paintbrush. I want to tell you this. Like the inventor, Henry Ford of Ford Automobile said, you have to show people what they want. If I left it up to my customers, they would still be riding horses. That's the inventor of Ford Automobile. So a lot of you who are in the beginning of inventing your life, you're asking your parents, you're asking psychopaths online, what do they think you should invent or reinvent yourself with? And you're listening to people who would request a horse rather than a car if it was 100 years ago. These people don't adapt. They haven't read the book, Who Moved My Cheese? They are the mice that don't move. They don't adapt. For them, it's a shared apartment with ASMR, and they have a 10% acceptance rating. For you, it's a job up to your potential, W-2, a 1099, maxing out your creative talent and work ethic. And it's a mindset that's a complete hybrid electric plug-in. For them, it's a diesel. ASMR diesel. Never forget it. Twist of fire emoji. Thank you, brother. Tony, Canada's in the building strong. We got a lot of Canadians in South Florida right now as we approach Christmas time in South Florida. Sam shows up every day. Tony, you've been with me a long time, brother. You show up. You didn't quit your job. You maximized your revenue. You hung in there. You're a fighter. Wandering off, A.K. Lean. Not a lot of Floridians are moving up north, but a lot of Northerns are moving to Florida. It'll never be crowded in Florida. Why? People only come here temporarily. They eventually move back, or they're only here January through March. And the Jersey Shore is still more crowded than South Florida, depending on what parts. So there's always going to be crowded parts of Florida and uncrowded. Most of Florida is barren country land. The problem is everyone wants to go to the nice beach areas. So of course they're crowded. I could show you, and I've done videos showing you guys, acres on acres of barren land. If you want to come to Florida and you don't want to be crowded, you don't have to be crowded. But if you want to come to Florida and you want to be living la vida loca, you want to see beaches, bikinis, there's still some remote beaches. I show you guys those too. So you can take your pick. You want to be north of Boca Raton. Never forget it. Back to the live comments. Paid to Nolan, splash, 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 like the movie with Tom Cruise and that chick who was a mermaid. I want to tell you this. If you date a girl that uses a unicorn emoji, chances are she also thinks she's a mermaid. The reality is she also has a shirt that says, I pooped today. The truth is, be very careful if you have kids, but respect everyone. Because without a nurturing, loving woman in your life, you could be a bitter, cold-hearted bastard delivering cold pizza. So your mother may have been spiteful. Your mother may have been nice. Your ex-girl may have been the devil, or she may have been a good woman and you were just a lazy sloth. Bottom line is you can't go backwards. So it's your time to reinvent your life. What should you do? Don't ask me or anyone in the live chat. Why? Because most people listen to ASMR and they got a diesel. They got a loud car. They ain't going nowhere. Okay. So what I want to tell you is this, guys. In this world, don't waste energy because it's too precious. You got to make your own life renewable energy, not wasted energy. Stress is wasted energy. Stress is wasted energy. Sitting in traffic is wasted energy if you're not going where you need to go, work or your best part of the country to live in. And as you get older, you want to be able to eliminate that stress, work remotely or be closer to work. I took some jobs because of that. And eventually move where you want to live. Why? Changed my life because of that. Let's go back to these live comments. Cartoon Mark, straight dookie. And I'm not going to tell Mrs. Cartoon Mark, but that looked like a Miss Cartoon Mark character. But I believe that's just a girl who said, I pooped today. Twista, straight fire emoji. Love to you, brother. Cartoon Mark, 30K coming soon. Well, Cartoon Mark, truth be told, 1K coming soon to you. And once you get 1K, it's still going to be a little bit slow. But once you get to 1.5K, you're going to go into an algorithm and you're going to get to 3,000 like this. Why? Because once you break 1,000, there's going to be like once every year, once or twice a year, you get into the algorithm of success where YouTube puts you in these algorithms and all of a sudden, you know, the psychopath who was trolling you, they wake up and say, oh my God, he gained 5,000 subs in 5 months. Well, really, I gained 15,000 in 5 months. Shout out to the guy who said I peaked at 15,000 8 months ago. I'm almost at 30. I doubled up. All right, let's stay positive, guys. Okay, let's stay positive. So I want to tell you guys, let's stay positive. Cartoon Mark, your time's coming. Cartoon Mark, gem emoji, ESP gem. Denise, a lot of gems. Good to see you, Denise. I love you. Twister gems. Thank you, brother. Tony, Sam. Someone in the chat, tell us what the ASMR means. It's basically like soothing music, like the sound of rain or wind for psychopaths who take a nap, wake up late, and they need something to put them to sleep. If you wake up early, you don't take naps, and you're productive, and you work out, and you maybe even masturbate once a day, you're going to go to bed like a baby. You don't need AMSR, but I do listen to smooth jazz. Early riser, Sam, is Jupiter the cutoff for tropical climate? No, Vero beaches. Jupiter could be a little bit crowded, especially this time of year, and it's very humid. But Jupiter, Juno Beach, nice area. Vero Beach, though, is the beginning of the tropical zone. That's where they call the Gulf Stream, goes all the way up to Vero Beach. That begins the tropics and then all the way down to Miami Beach. So once you go above Vero Beach, there's some nice areas. Sebastian, Melbourne Beach. I like those areas. They're nice, and they got some secluded beaches. But it is subtropical. So you just got to keep that in mind. Good job. Right, here, Sean. 90% deliveries. Let's do it. Sam, is gluttony a sin? Yes, but everything's a sin. So is anyone in this life not sinning? No. So was I ever a glutton? Yes. Is laziness a sin? Yes. Sloth. That's what a sloth is. That's what the Bible says. So lusting a sin? Yes. The thing is to try to get in. The thing is, as you mature, to try to get in control of yourself. But my mom's severely overweight. Is she going to heaven? Yes. Why? Because she has love and compassion. Love covers a multitude of sin. If you're a skinny guy who fits in a 34 waist, but you're nasty to everyone and you voted for Trump, you may be going to hell. Why? Because hate doubles a multitude of sin, while love covers a multitude of sin. So what does that mean? That means, guys and girls, okay, all of us need grace, okay? We don't need, okay, someone who didn't serve to bash John McCain. Is John McCain in heaven? Is Trump going to heaven? Well, we don't know. Is Biden going to? Biden's already in heaven. Biden's in the fifth dimension of delusion. Okay. So where is, what's the guy from Texas? The crazy guy. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. So you say, what about DeSantis? Is he in purgatory? Guys, we're getting off track. Bottom line is, you got to be in somewhat control of yourself, or at least make it a goal. And if you never do, you're okay if you strive for a level of repentance and a level of grace and love. If you are deplorable, the definition of deplorable is someone who refuses to repent, doesn't want to acknowledge their wrong, and doubles down on their wrong behavior. That, Jesus said, every sin is forgivable, including blasphemy of the Son of Man. But Jesus said there is one sin that is unforgivable: blasphemy of the Holy Spirit, which is to refuse to acknowledge you were wrong and apologize. So guys, yeah, gluttony is a sin. But look, if you say, look, forgive me, I'm trying, I struggle. That's love. That covers it. So, that's how I broke that down. Good job. He goes, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Now, bullshit, man. You got a low acceptance rating right here, Sean. What, do you want to be a sloth? You should. I want to tell you, man, that type of comment shows me that you have a bad acceptance rating. You don't make a lot of money on DoorDash because you're looking for an excuse to quit. What'd you do before DoorDash? What are you going to do after DoorDash? Why don't you get a job at Whole Foods then, man? Right here, Sean, go get a job at Whole Foods. Then go get a job at Planet Fitness. You won't do it. Why? Because you're a 1099 excuse maker. You're a 1099 ASMR person. You probably sell nothing on Insta, Amazon, etc. Right, Chair Sean, I love you. And I'm fine if you want to cancel your membership. Because that type of comment shows me you're not listening to anything in a live chat. I love you. Twister, Sam. If you know exactly what AMSR is, you'd realize it is truly some psychopath shit. Well, I try to be, graceful in my explanation, but I know it is. It's basic nature noise. I know, but I try to be compassionate. But ASMR is weird everyday noises, very close to mic. Now, look, I know it's psychopath bullshit, but I want to be I want to show love and grace. Twister. Some people have it as a fetish. Yeah, well, everyone's got. I like panty porn, so who am I to judge? Look, guys. I like panty porn. Like whispers of food chewing. Well, that's a little psychopathic. But very close to the mic. Ooh, that's crazy. I don't listen to it. Again, straight up psycho. Well, again, look, guys. Everyone's got to do what they got to do. But you got to be in control of yourself as best you can. And you got to work on self-care. And you got to put in the work. Okay. All right, guys and girls. I love you. Okay. I hope my videos help you. If they don't, I don't want to take advantage of you. Just go watch something else. Go listen to ASMR. Because I don't want to string you along like a therapist who doesn't give a shit about you and you're going to spend 10 years going in a circle. I only want to be in your life if I add value to your life and I help you become a better person. If I don't want to waste your time. Because I don't want to use this 1099 platform as a bullshit session. That's why I keep a W-2 and other 1099s. Because I see plenty of people do that. And most people just want someone to talk to. They just want ASMR. And I understand that, and there's a place for that, but that's not me. So, that's the message. I love you.